Hey everyone! So let's dive into something that's stirring the pot in the stock market world, the CAT system. Now, think of CAT not as our furry friend, but as a massive, intricate web that tracks every single trade and every order in the stock market. Kind of like a giant ball of yarn that's slowly unraveling to show us what's really going on behind those closed doors. Now, for us regular folks, this is pretty exciting. If properly implemented and utilized, the CAT system should provide improved investigative efficiency. For example, if suspicious activity is identified, the CAT would allow regulators to track trades across exchanges, making investigations faster and more effective. This can potentially expose fraudulent schemes sooner, protecting investors from potential losses. Until now, we've only seen or heard of the flashy tricks that market makers pull via databases like FINRA's BrokerCheck, news clips, or by conducting our own investigations. These guys, well, they've had a bit of an upper hand. Why aren't they fans of CAT? Imagine this. Their trading strategies are like a secret family recipe for the world's best cookies. And they definitely don't want everyone knowing that secret ingredient that makes their cookies so special. With CAT, it's like the regulators are getting a peek into their recipe book. They can see everything that goes into making those cookies, making it tougher for them to corner the market on, let's say, chocolate chips, or in terms of the stock market, manipulation. Of course, you'll hear them talk about concerns like data privacy and the cost of transparency. But between you and me, it's mostly about maintaining that edge. They're worried about a fair market where everyone knows the recipe. And if that happens, well, the investing public might actually stand a chance. That's not exactly good for their business, is it? So, next time you hear someone complaining about the CAT, remember it might just be because their secret stash of cookies is about to get a lot less secret. Keep an eye on that giant ball of yarn, folks. It might just unravel some very interesting stories. Before we end, I must bring your attention to the attempt by Citadel to stand in the way of certain aspects of the Consolidated Audit Trail. A portion of their argument seen here seems to imply that the CAT goes against the spirit of the 1934 Securities Exchange Act, which created private self-regulatory agencies like FINRA. This argument doesn't hold much weight because the SROs supposedly receive oversight from the SEC. The CAT would merely be a more efficient tool for gathering information, which should allow the SROs and the SEC to collaborate more effectively. Furthermore, it's Rule 613 of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 that requires the SEC and the SROs to submit a national market system plan to the Commission to create, implement, and to maintain the Consolidated Audit Trail. FINRA and the national exchanges have adopted rules requiring their member firms to comply with Rule 613 of the Exchange Act and the CAT NMS plan, FINRA Rule 6800 series. These rules include reporting to the CAT, timely record-keeping, accuracy, and completeness of data, among a list of other requirements. So while Citadel's argument is an assumption based on how they interpret the spirit of the Exchange Act, the actual Exchange Act instructs them to follow the rules. When you're familiar with the securities sold, but not yet purchased line items, disclosure histories, and the pennies on the dollar fines that allow these firms to continue repeating the same and/or similar offenses, it comes as no surprise that they wouldn't embrace a new level of transparency that will potentially bring their actions into the open.